Valentine's Day!
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Rufino.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Ladies and gentlemen, to all Guitarists and Rockstars members, I would like to introduce to you the amazing,
Ow!
incomparable Rufino.
Woo!
Good morning,
Thank you,
Rufino. Thank you
Peters.
for making time to
Thank
talk
you
to me
for
today.
thank you for having me. It's good to finally be able to talk to you face to face. Like we've been exchanging messages
Uh-huh.
for like years now, but yeah, it's the first time that we actually get to talk. So I'm loving it.
Hey man, I've been a fan of your playing. I've seen your post on Facebook, and I really like it. Like I said earlier, when I first saw you play, I said this guy is a beast, man.
Oh, thank you.
So, tell me a little bit of your background, Rufino. How did you get into playing guitar?
Mm. So I started playing guitar. Funny how you asked, because I was never really introduced to a lot of shred music back in the day. Like I started playing guitar because of Hanson, like boom bop, songs like that. So that was the very very first song I learned. I wasn't really into Hanson. They were just popular back then, so I just knew the song. My classmate had a guitar. Asked him to teach me how to play the few chords, and then I remember asking my cousin for his guitar. I borrowed my cousin's guitar for a couple of days and just practiced that whole thing.
Oh, you still know the song?
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever forget it because it's the very, very first song I learned. So yeah, from there, I moved on to like closing time, like semisonic, stuff like that. And then I was in grade 7, I think, and then there was this high school friend of mine. He was in high school, and he just introduced me to Pantera. And I remember listening to Diamondback, and like it just opened my eyes to, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. So I bought me an album of Pantera, and I would just listen all night, all day on repeat. The 101 Proof album, that's the very first album that I bought. And yeah, it led me here. It made me into a guitarist.
Wow. So you told me that you're a self-taught musician.
Mostly, yeah, mostly.
So, you know, unlike most self-taught musicians, like you get to a plateau, like you stop learning, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So tell me, how did you continue to improve, man?
I think improvement is inevitable if you keep doing something. Like, as long as you're just always, your fingers are on the guitar all the time, eventually you're bound to come up with new stuff, right? Because you hear new stuff, you grow as a person. Things that you used to like, you don't like anymore. Things that you don't like, you now like. So I think it's a mixture of that. And also, I think it's also good to let go of the guitar every now and then, because it breaks you off from that box that you put yourself in. Like, for the longest time, I remember I just sounded a lot like Malmsteen. Everything I did was just Malmsteen stuff. And then I stopped for a while, like just let life happen. And then I remember playing again and then feeling like my fingers were so rusted up. Like it wasn't loose. I couldn't really play anything. So I had to adapt. So I had to be able. So I had to try and play things that with the current hand that I had, which was rusty. So I had to. Well, how do I say this? Like I had to make minor adjustments with my playing, and eventually it changed my everything. It changed how I did my arpeggios. It changed how I chose my notes. It just changed everything. So I think, yeah. The answer to your question is to just keep doing it and also let go every now and then, just so that you can erase whatever you've been holding on to. Like new tone. I think every year or every couple of years, I just tweak my guitar and I end up sounding totally different than
What
when
you used to?
What I used to. So,
sound, right?
so I think yeah, that's good. And I'll show you one thing. Like I used to do a lot of sweeps like Monsi, like stuff like that, right? But when I stopped playing, I couldn't really do. I just couldn't. So so I had to change the way I did my arpeggios. So I came up with something like came up with a few different shapes, and that totally changed the way I played guitar. So yeah, just change your shapes, change your tone, try something new, and yeah.
Wow, thank you for those tips, man. But now that you told me a lot of tips, can you show me your number one guitar?
My num this I have two guitars only. I have a white Strat and this is a Mavis. I think Mavis is Korea, right, or Japan? I'm not sure.
It's
So yeah,
actually my first time to hear that brand.
Mavis, dude, it's pretty nice. And I got this for free from a friend who loves me. I love that dude. It has a very, very cool story, man. I got to encounter this book called Destined to Reign. And so that started my Christian path, in which I realized, so because in spite of me being like this, in spite of me being not perfect and ultimately flawed, there's a God who loves me. So it just became okay. So
Right.
so you love me. So I started saying things like, God loves me so much, He's gonna replace everything I lost, even if it's my fault. I would say that every day. I would pray that every day. I would tell my students that every day. Until one day, there's this dude who invited me to a recording session. He just wanted to, yeah, he just needed a guitarist. And I told him, dude, I don't have a guitar anymore. He just said, dude, just come over. I have a lot of guitars in my studio. You can borrow one. And then I told him, can I bring my student along just so that he knows what's happening in the studio? Yeah, I said, cool. And then the whole time we were in the cab, the whole time I was just saying, dude, God's gonna give me a new guitar. God's gonna give me a new guitar. It's just that good. And then when we got to the studio, this dude who hired me gave me this, and he said, "Happy birthday, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year." And I didn't even understand what it meant. He just said, "That's yours now." And it's funny because the guy I was boasting to about how good my God is, the whole time in the cab, he just heard that again and again. I'm gonna get a new guitar. With me not knowing, I was about to get one right then and there.
Wow.
Yeah, so this guitar is very special to me. This is like my miracle guitar, which relaunched my career, which gave me a future again from being a totally addicted. Like I had nothing. I was barely 100 pounds. I had no career. I had no job. I have a few guitars.
Man, I'm really happy, man, that you got out of that dark place, man.
Yeah, me too, dude. Me too.
Right. So, how about that white guitar that you have?
This one was a gift from my parents when I started with my sobriety. So they started to trust me again and started to really want to invest in me because they saw that I couldn't, like, I was already getting serious with getting back to the guitar, doing my career. They just thought of investing on me and giving me this. And it's been my go-to guitar since.
Wow, I see. So, do you have amps, pedals
No.
that you wanna show us?
My pedal is, okay, can I
Sure, sure. You can move the camera.
bring you along here first? So this, can you see? This is
That's a
this is
Boss,
my
right?
effect. Boss GT100. Wait, I can't. There you go. And wait a minute. How do I flip the camera? Wait a minute. So this is my amp actually. It's just a practice amp. It's a Dean Markley K30RX. I don't even know if it's a real one, but my student
Is it a
wanted
tube amp or
No, it's
a
a
solid
solid
state?
state amp.
Okay.
My student loved my like my Fender Sideman, my sidekick, that small practice amp, and he gave me this instead. And yeah, I just lived with it.
Yeah.
So and also, I never really invested in amps because like in America, like when you go to the venue, you bring your own stuff, right?
Right.
You bring your own amps, you bring your own everything. Here in the Philippines, mostly, when you go to a venue, they provide the amps, they provide the drum set. So all you have to do is to bring your effects and your guitar.
Guitar, right?
So I never really bothered buying like an amp that I could bring along with me.
Right.
because I never really needed
Mhm.
it.
Well, but it looks like a big amp, man. So when you're practicing in your home, you might be
It
disturbing the neighbors.
Oh, dude, it can get a little bit noisy, man. It
Uh,
can get a little bit
yeah.
noisy. I used to play in front of the porch, then
Uh,
just playing. Yeah, and then the village security guards came up to me and said, "Dude, you can't really make that much noise here." So yeah, I learned my lesson.
I see. Wow. Um, so you showed me your amps, you showed me your pedal board, your guitar. Can you tell me what strings do you use and what gauge?
Dude, I only use the Adario 10 to 46.
Is that the NYXL?
No, the normal ones.
I see.
The
The regular
Yeah,
Pedarios,
the
right?
regular ones. I also tried Roto tens.
Mm-hmm.
In fairness, I like them also. Yeah, yeah, they do.
Well, Rufino, I wish you good luck, man. More power. And you said you're an unknown.
Yeah,
I wish
practically
somebody,
unknown.
man, maybe through this video, somebody would be able to scout you and, you know, bring you to
Oh
the
man,
top,
thank you.
man. Because
I wish.
I really think
I
you
hope for
have,
that.
I really think that you have the talent, man. So
Oh,
before we say goodbye, Rufino, can you play us out of here?
dude. I'm just gonna show you a few tricks instead of playing a few stuff.
Okay.
Like just how I make my pentatonic stuff a little bit more interesting.
Okay.
I usually include a lot of melodic minor stuff. So here's my pentatonic. Okay, I stirred that stuff, sorry. Then I do a melodic minor on my A minor.
Jesus Christ, man.
And then I include a few diminished stuff. So you have a melodic minor here
Uh-huh.
on your A minor, and you have diminished stuff. Wait, my shank always gets stuck. Sorry. So yeah, you have a diminished on your C. And then whenever this comes up, this chord, the 5, I do a melodic minor just one fret above it.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Rufino, you're indeed amazing, man. You're a natural.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, Peter. I just want to say also, this group of yours, the Guitarists Are Rock Stars, I haven't told you this, but I'm really thankful for this group because, as I said, like, I'm totally unknown. And this group of yours has been really instrumental in, like, at least getting myself out there.
Out there, yeah.
I've experienced so much support from this group, from the members, like Ben Ryan,
Uh-huh.
and Benjamin Cody Henry.
Yeah.
These dudes have all you, like you. These dudes here in your group has always been. I've never met these dudes,
Uh-huh.
but they've always showed me support in every video that I've posted, even outside the group, even outside the channel,
Uh-huh.
and I'm just so grateful to all of you guys for giving me a platform, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we try to maintain a friendly environment. Yeah.
Dude is the best.
So I can
he's the
guarantee
best group out there.
I can guarantee that 99.9% of the members they're nice, man. They're not the type
They
that
are,
will
they
like
are.
bash you if you ask questions.
Oh man. Yeah. I totally see that. Everyone in your community has been just kind and yeah. I've never heard a single bad comment anywhere there.
Thank you again so much for your time, Rufino, and God
Thank you,
bless
Peter.
you. Thank you for your
God
time.
bless you, Peter. You the man. You the man.
Adios. Regards to your family, man.
Thank you, and happy Valentine's to you and
Happy
the wife.
Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's, Peter.
All right. Bye.